That's how we came about the Wazobia thing. Wa and Zo, which is Hausa.
Yes.
You know, what you're saying is it's a bit funny, because I find that you say people abroad not being able to pick languages from here.
Yeah.
You know, I have found that children, this generation,
Yes.
you know, abroad, they kind of have interest, you know, with the you know, advent of Nigerian music, like you mentioned.
Yes.
And Davido and the rest of them,
Our
you know,
movies as
mixing
well.
flavor and all of that.
Yes.
Tell you Aguabala and all that. So, and it's popping. The clubs in the UK, the clubs in America, they're playing it. Young people want to speak the language. I have a friend who teaches Igbo on the internet.
Yeah.
And she said her clients are mostly abroad. You know, parents are beginning to engage people
beautiful.
to teach their children abroad, which is very important. But it's surprising that while in Nigeria, if they're writing WAEC right now, go and check how many people are taking their local language.
Very few.
Very few. You know, my children wrote WAEC Igbo. I insisted. You know, I knew why I did that.
You were intentional.
You know, I was very
Do
intentional.
they even still have it? During our time, it was compulsory.
That's what
It
I'm
was
saying.
day one. No, it's no longer
it's not
compulsory.
compulsory.
It's no longer compulsory.
It's not compulsory.
You know, so, but then
that's where the problem is.
that period, it was compulsory for us. Now it's optional. You know, so, and parents do not encourage. No, it's important. I'll tell you a story. A woman was talking to the child. It was in train abroad, you know, and it was video call. The woman could see something at the back of the girl she wasn't seeing, and was suspicious of a man at the back. And she said to the lady, you know, in the local language, watch that person at your back. Don't turn first. But there's somebody at your back and he's being funny. Be wary of him. So you got to where she was supposed to stop. The guy also was supposed to stop there. She pretended as if she forgot something. She went back. And the guy stepped out. As the train was moving, he was like this, looking at her. You could tell there was an intention.
My God.
Now, if they were speaking English,
he would have heard.
The man would have heard what the mother said. You know, so like you said, your mom taught you her own dialect first for, you know, a discussion. It doesn't always have to be gossip.
No,
it could be protection. It could be something. I may want to discuss something personal. You're in a public place. Your child wants to wee, and he comes to you. Is a girl, or sometime I had an experience when my children were, you know, young in their menstrual business. You know, they start feeling funny. Then they come to you and tell you, "Mommy, I think I'm stained." There are people around there. They're going to feel, you know, funny saying it. Rather, they will sit down there and get stained. But if you taught them language, it can come out and tell you, "Mommy, I think I'm full. I need to change," in your dialect. And then you now look for a way to move around and take the person out without making them feel funny.